Hello, everybody. Great to see you all. Thank you very much for being you and taking it easy, I hope. And even though it's time probably for your test and exam and all those things is going into your life, but remember, once in a while, take a breath and just check with yourself, see if you're in the state of worry, anxiety, or are you in a state of okay? And if you're not, sometimes you feel you're overwhelmed with everything, then maybe it's time to rest on your back, maybe leg against the wall, playing a nice music, or do something that make you a little bit more happier than just sitting and being worried. Excuse me. Good drinking here. So we're gonna continue the chakras. Today is gonna be our last chakra, and it's chakra 7. We discussed the all chakras so far. And before I start the chakra 7, I just want to mention that we will have probably about maybe 4 more classes left after this one. And on the next 4 classes, I might do maybe a few of them just longer version, like about hour or hour 15. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to be longer without philosophy of yoga because with the chakra we are done with the philosophy or lecture. And if there will be a lecture, probably will be a little bit more about breathing techniques. And after that, it's going to be just a regular class, about hour or so in the last classes in the future. So keep that in mind, please. And today is a beautiful day, and I hope you do feel the same way. Even if you don't, just say it's beautiful, even if I don't believe it. Or maybe it's beautiful and I don't notice it, and that's okay if I don't notice it. So use the words like this to calm yourself down. Before we do this chakra 7, there's a part of the book about chakra 7, and there's a beautiful poetry or poet, uh, a poem, I will say a poem that is written by one of the yoga master, yoga teachers. It's beautiful, and I'm going to read it for you. And the 7th chakra called consciousness chakra, and the consciousness chakra, before I explain it, I'm going to go through that opening called opening meditation, because the 7th chakra is when we are calm, we meditate, even if you don't know what is meditation is, even if you sit silently, quieting their mind, even with your turbulent thoughts, a lot of thoughts in your head, you're still, when you're closing your eyes and you're sitting, that sitting itself, it releases and calms the nervous system. So learn how to meditate every day. Even if you don't believe in it, even if you feel like you cannot sit into it, but just sitting and closing your eyes is a start. Buddha says the first step is always hard if you want to walk towards something or do something. But when you take one step, then the rest of the step comes naturally and it's going to be in your favor. Life is going to be in your favor. So opening meditation for a 7th chakra. I'm going to have the book this way, and so I'm going to read it. Opening meditation. You have gone on a journey. You have touched. You have tasted. You have seen. And you have learned and heard. You have loved and lost and loved again. You have learned. You have grown. You have arrived in your destination intact. And now, at the end of the journey, you are almost home. There is but one step left, the biggest and the smallest of them all. It is the biggest, for it takes us to the farthest. It is the smallest because we are already here or we are there. Depends on where your destination is. There is one more door to be open for you, and it contains the key to all that lies within and beyond. You have the key, then you hold the key, but you cannot see it. It's not a thing, it's not a way, it is a mystery. Allow yourself to review the things that you cannot see anymore or you cannot feel anymore. You hold that key, but you cannot see it. It's not a thing, it is not a way, it is a mystery. Allow yourself to review the places you have gone, remembering the touch of flesh of the earth under your toes, under your feet, under your hands. Remembering the touch of flesh on earth, the flow of movement and power, the song of love in your heart, the memories imprinted in your mind. What is it that remembers? Who is it remembering it? Who has traveled on this journey? Is it our body, your body, my body? Then what has guided you? What is that has grown within you? Who has traveled within you in this journey? Is it your body? Then what has guided you? What is it that has grown? Through what have you traveled? Through what have you traveled? Who now would hold that key that cannot be seen, the key that cannot lock? The answer to this is the key itself. All wisdom in within you. Nothing is beyond you. The kingdom is before you and within you. The kingdom of heaven is around you. It's in your mind, it's in your heart. But one mind in a sea of many, connected, contained, intelligent, divine. It is the seat of God's, the pattern of creation, the immensity of the infinite, the endless unfolding petals of the lettuce or lotus, petals of lotus, fully blooming and connected all the way on the earth. We find it in our thoughts, in our hearts, beyond form, beyond sound, beyond light, beyond space, beyond time. Our thoughts flow below, behind, above, around, and through our thoughts flow within, without, before, and after. Our thoughts flow. droplets in an endless ocean of life. The song of mind is infinite. We have come full circle and the pattern is complete. We are the thoughts that make the pattern, and we all are pattern that makes the thoughts. From where do our thoughts arise? And after that, where they go? Where do they go? Where do they go and then rest? And who is it that perceives them? Deep within ourselves, we find a place to open up our mind through heavens ever climbing, matter's solid threads unbinding, out beyond far heaven's veil. The Father rules the straight trail in patterns bright, perceived by sight. Our thoughts turn over they or day and through the night, through our thinking, ever linking, winding, weaving, weaving, and including our wisdom's web. Ancient patterns with the flow and ebbs. Auspicious Shiva. Shiva is the transformation energy. Lord of sleep. Excuse me. Your meditation brings us deep to ancient wisdom found within. A sacred place where we begin and ending. Here we shall return, reconnected. We have learned to know divinity, godliness inside of us, and allowing and permitting and bringing it forth with honor and pride. The key within our minds we hold to mysteries we shall unfold. Gate or way to the worlds beyond, it's called sacred space, and the peace we bound. So hopefully you like that, and there are many people with bright thinking, open heart, that they can teach a lot of people around the world. So practice your chakras and do meditation. As I said, either color the uh, where is located at. You can just concentrate on where location is on the chakra for meditation. And the next one is the sound of chakra, repeating many times as you wish. So let's finish up with our last chakra, seventh chakra, called Sahasrara. Sahasrara is Sahasrara, meaning thousand-fold, like a lotus flower is thousand-fold before it opens up to get to no flowers at all. So the flower within us, before we see a flower outside, happens within us, within our consciousness. So in meditation, the same thing. Before we enter the word, we meditate to see what word do we want to enter when we're done with meditation. What kind of word do we want? So we vision it, we're breathing it, or just simply, as I said, we just simply sit and breathe and notice, and that's it. You don't need to do any visualization if you're not there. So location, top of the head, crown chakra, the total crown, and element of thought. So the thoughts are related to seventh and last chakra. Manifestation give you information. So the manifestation of this chakra is information. Personal function is understanding. When we don't understand other people, we don't have a great communication with people, we don't understand what they're saying, then we have to open this chakra to understand the life itself, the life within the universe, the earth itself, with the whole things in the planet. Psychological state of this chakra is bliss. Being blissful, you reach enters this called heaven within us, or kingdom of heaven. Also said that within our consciousness, also within our hearts, is a kingdom of heaven. Related to pituitary gland and other body parts, cerebral cortex, central nervous system. So that's what this is very important, because it's a big part of the brain as well. And people that they do meditation, they are much happier, successful, because they use all their brains, most of it, at least. Excuse me. Malfunction for this chakra is depression, alienation, confusion, boredom, apathy, inability to learn. So that's a malfunction for this. And color is either violet, white. Some people see a mixture of colors. So what naturally is white or violet. And I've seen them so many times. So let's see what else is related to planet Uranus, and related to metal gold. So gold is great, and you see in some tradition they always have like golden hat or golden clothes, because they want to really open up this chakra. And the word that you can use for this is to know. You can just say to know. I want to know. I would like to know. And you don't need to wait for the answer, but using the word to know is for this chakra. And I believe I'm done with that. Minerals related to diamond. So this is also related to diamond as well. And the sound of a chakra, if you hear it, if you go to the yoga studios, usually they start with the Om sound. Om. So that's sound of this chakra. And usually when you start the yoga, you say it like 3 times, Om, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then you start your practice is recommended. And when you go to the yoga studio, it's usually like that. Then you finish your practice at the end, yoga practice, with the Om too. So start with 3 Ohms and finish with 1 Om. What is the sound of an Om? They say the Om sound, the sound of the universe, sound of the forest, the ocean, sound of your breath as well is the Om. And sometimes written with OM or AUM. Om. So the Om itself represents 4 consciousness: unconscious mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, and universal mind. Universal mind is the biggest mind, which collective of everything, of the human mind, God mind, universal mind, all in one direction. So when you're saying the words Om, you're moving from unconsciousness to consciousness, subconscious, universal mind, and then it's silent. So let's do the chakras and the sound of a chakra. So sit up straight, close the eyes, and please repeat after me. The sound of a chakra, remember, is first in the base of the spine, then the second in the belly, or genital area, third solar plexus toward the solar, um, or the solar plexus area is for the third chakra, fourth chakra is heart chakra toward the heart, throat chakra, fifth chakra, sixth chakra between the eyebrows, seven on top of your head. So remember when you're closing the eyes, bring attention to that area or just repeat the word after me. Take a deep breath. Lum, 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 vam, 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 ram, 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 yum, 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 hum, 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 shum, 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 shum. Bring your hands toward the heart center, and we're going to do the Om sound as I do one time, and we're going to do one more time. So you do this the second time with me. Let's do it together. Bow to the heart center. Very good. So we finished with our lecture. Lecture is done, and I'm sure most of you know that the research paper was due on Monday. So hopefully everybody has done that. The next one is going to be uh, journals, which is going to be due in the last class. So figure out when is your last day of the class, which is going to be toward April 20, I think is 8 or 9. I will let you know in the next series. So you have a great weekend. Stay safe, and blessing to all world people that they have corona issues or any kind of mental, um, any body physical problems. We send a blessing and love throughout the world, throughout the planet Earth, throughout the universe. Have a great one. Have a great weekend. Namaste.